guys, it's Ian at SS8000 Cars and welcome to a bright sunny morning at the top of my lane. And today we have to say goodbye to DB11, unfortunately. Had it for 6 days, absolutely tremendous machine. I wanted to do just a quick review just to let you know what I think overall about the driving pleasures to be attained from the DB11. Obviously had a little bit more time with it now, done quite a few miles on it, so that's, I think, is always the way to learn how a car performs in the everyday environment. The first thing that I'd like to mention is the looks. The Panamera that we had recently was an absolutely fantastic looking car, and albeit the version that I was looking at was not in the price category of DB11, I think the DB11 is probably the best looking car on sale today. Certainly at the super GT stroke supercar market level, some of the hypercars of course look absolutely incredible, but it looks aggressive, it looks fast. I mean, it looks fast standing still, and it's just a really nicely designed machine. Now, it's not small, so you know, from that perspective I suppose that could be considered to be one of its Achilles heels, but my own view is it shrinks around you like all good cars should, and it's not that big, it's certainly not that long, but it is quite wide. Honestly, it doesn't matter which angle you view this car from, it looks absolutely incredible from every angle. And I particularly like the dual paintwork on the car. So you've got black on the lower edges of the car, black on the roof, and the side panels coming back across the rear window here, and then it's grey, nice metallic grey everywhere else. Now, I said to you that it has a 5.2 Twin Turbo V12 engine, and really that dominates the driving the whole time. It's seriously noisy, but can be quiet and refined in GT mode, which is its relaxed open road setting. But when you turn it into Sport Plus, oh my goodness, the engine is with you all the time, but it is great fun. Again, I was in London yesterday evening and I had it in Sport Plus mode the whole time, and it was really exciting to drive. Really enjoyed it. Definitely a cohesiveness to the styling, unmistakably Aston Martin, from that front grille to obviously the Aston Martin wings, which you can see are beautifully made and positioned at the front of the bonnet. And then you've got that one piece aluminium bonnet, which is huge. The biggest bonnet I've ever come across, and you're helped with that because it's soft close. To the mesh that's inserted in the bonnet, even to the point of having these aluminium strakes into the side pieces of mesh, I think it's just fantastic design. And then inside, it's nice, ergonomically sound, maybe for the first time for Aston Martin. And as I said, you know, if they can, in the way that Rolls-Royce cover up any BMW components, I think Aston will learn to hide the Mercedes-Benz electronically behind, you know, a fascia of its own. I definitely have one analog dial in front of the driver though. Doors open up, as you can see, and I mean they significantly open up. I mean, people say that and you think, well, okay, they might open up a little, but they really do come up, and you're really not going to have troubles with any curbs, apart from the fact it's a design feature. It looks cool. Pull the seat forward, and moves forward of its own volition. Not much room in the back here, but of course as a GT two-seater, if you look at it that way, it was going to be incredibly practical because you have the boot and you have the room in the rear. Definitely recommend the Bang & Olufsen sound system. Wow, better than anything I've experienced recently, including the system that's in the 675 LT, which is the upgraded sound system. So I think I will just give you a feel for how much leg room there is in the rear, and that is not with a really tall guy. Now I've got Paul in the car, who's 6'4", I think, later today, and I bet you by the time he's put the seat back, it's nestled right up against those rear seats. Quite a machine. Would I have it myself? I suppose in a way I tend to go for the slightly more focused driving machines like the GT4, the McLaren 675 LT. I probably wouldn't have bought the McLaren 650S, although it's a fantastic car. It's just not quite brutal enough for me. If I could have one car, this would be seriously on the list, if not at the top of it. I think for the moment I tend to focus a bit on replacements for the 675 LT. As you know, the Speciale went recently. That'll be probably replaced with the GT3, and coming on from that, the GT3 RS hopefully. Alright guys, well, it's Ian from SS8000 Cars. I hope you've enjoyed the videos on the DB11. I think it is absolutely the right car for Aston to base its future on, certainly for the next 10 years. Thanks for watching.